This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, the U.S. News & World Report's #1 engineering school in the United States that offers a master's as its highest degree for 20 consecutive years. Rose-Hulman, where you come to find yourself. Find yourself through personal growth, through personal development, through study, research, and invention. Rose-Hulman, your home for academic and athletic excellence. You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology's Holbert Arena for today's in-state rivalry between Anderson University and Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. Hello, friends. Welcome to our perch here at the Indiana Sports Network's spot here in the Holbert Arena. It's our territory that we have up here. Walter Gordon, Troy Fears here with you, calling the action for tonight's HCAC matchup. And today, Troy, the second game of the two-game series between Anderson and Rose, and it should once again should be a good game here this Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I fully expect it to be a very good game. Obviously, Rose coming in with an 0-2 record. Obviously, lost at Anderson last Thursday. But I fully expect them to be able to, compete. They competed at Anderson on Thursday night, so they should be able to compete tonight and hopefully come away with a victory here at home. They're just a young, inexperienced team. They have 6 sophomores, 6 freshmen, Rose-Hulman does, and just got to get some gains under their belt. But right. They haven't played in about 3 weeks until obviously this week.
They haven't, and that COVID bug just really ran roughshod through the program, and they had to pause. When you have that, you just have to, take your lumps. You got to stay away from everybody. You have to quarantine, and then when the health officials say you can, get back to game action. And right now, Rose-Hulman trying to round into game shape again. It's interesting, Troy. You look at the number of games that Rose has played, obviously only 2, and Anderson has played 6 games. So when you look at trying to find your legs again, 1 game, COVID, and then now 2 more games. So it's a very choppy season for Rose thus far.
Yeah, it has been, and hopefully, here on out, they'll not have any more COVID-related delays in scheduling. They only have 7 games total at the moment prior to the HCAC tournament, if that takes place. So you're right. Well, their legs are not quite where you normally expect them to be in February, but the fact that they get to play is a bonus, and I think every game that they get better, or they get to play, obviously Coach Prevost is going to be excited about what he has on the floor, and they're just going to keep getting better and better as the season goes along.
Anderson and Rose-Hulman set to do the battle on the hardwood here in about 12 minutes time. We'll take our first break of our Sonic pregame show, come back and get you set for action. This Rose-Hulman basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Oh, heaven.
So you think chicken is heaven?
Oh my gosh, it's yes. I love that the bun's toasted and the chicken's cooked to the crisp. It is perfect. Chicken slinger.
Heaven in my mouth.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look for ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
Chili's first because
Chili's
it's
the
like
star.
the star of it. And then cheese is just there to be like,
I'm gonna lift you up.
It would be nothing without the Fritos and the cheese.
And cheese is like the hype man.
Sonic Fritos Chili Cheese Junior Wrap.
I got you.
Yeah.
You're watching Rose-Hulman women's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Anderson comes in with a record of 3-3 on the season. Rose-Hulman with a record of 0-2. These two teams played, as you mentioned, Troy, on Thursday night. Anderson won 56-43, and they have a really good junior by the name of Lexi Dellinger that really leads the way for these Ravens.
Yeah, Lexi, averages just under 18 points per game. She's from Bern, Indiana. She's not tall. She's 5'5", but she can put it up. Went to South Adams High School and is kind of the spark plug for the Anderson Ravens, and really the only player that averages is in double digits so far this season. They are known, and obviously Thursday night, they're known for their defense, and that's exactly what they did to Rose-Hulman Thursday night. They kind of stifled them on defense and held Rose-Hulman to 43 points. So I think we're going to see another defensive battle again today. Obviously, Rose-Hulman, though, they've got some gals that can score the ball, and they're led by a sophomore, Jordan Barlow, coming from Kansas, 6'1". She's averaging right at 17 points per game. So she had 20 points last week, or Thursday night, in that game at Anderson. So fully expect Jordan to come out and be firing here at home today. And again, Jordan, like Lexi for Anderson, is the only Rose-Hulman engineer to average double digits, but they got some others that are knocking on the door and that they're going to have to get better, and they are getting better in the first two games, and they're going to, again, as we've mentioned, going to continue to get better as the season goes along. But Ashley Black is another freshman to watch out for the Engineers. She comes in at 5'9" from Westfield, Indiana. She's averaging just over 6.5 points per game. Then you got Rose Burnham, a sophomore who from 5'11" from South Riding, Virginia. She averages 5 points as well. So some other, obviously, girls are going to have to step up besides Jordan Barlow, but both of these teams are kind of led by one person, and it's time for the ensemble cast, so to speak, to step up. If Rose wants to win this game, they're going to have to rely on some others as well.
Scoring will be at a premium today as both of these teams rely on some pretty good defense and defensive principles. Coach Brebo, when his team was rolling just a few years ago, were very tough to score upon. Moments away from tip-off here at the Holbert Arena. Anderson is Rose-Hulman. We'll be right back after this.
Patty,
100%.
Patty, Patty. The flavor, the way they cook it, the way they season it, the way that it's made. Queso burger.
H&R Block is your tax preparation service experts, no matter how you file. Sue Jones and Associates offer all tax preparation and all the tax services you need, not only at tax time, but throughout the year. Get your hometown tax help from Sue Goshen's H&R Block, located in Brazil, across from the courthouse.
I don't even think I can make this at home for $3.99.
No, you have to buy the meat, you have to buy the queso, you have to buy the bread, you have to buy the cheese, you gotta buy the grill, you gotta buy everything.
Queso burger.
Ooh.
You're watching Rose-Hulman women's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Troy, you mentioned a moment ago Jordan Barlow leading the way for Rose, had 20 points on Thursday. I don't know if Coach Jade really expected Jordan to go off for 20 points. It'll be interesting to see how they defend her here in today's contest.
It really will be. Obviously, that 20 points was a career high for Jordan, and she scored 14 against Franklin, so obviously that's a small sample here of only 2 games, but I'm sure Anderson's going to have a little different defensive scheme for Jordan today after scoring those 20 points against them on Thursday night.
It's interesting that the Rose-Hulman, and we're like poking fun at the bear a little bit here. The Rose women have done in 2 games what the Rose men still haven't done in like 6 or 7, and that's have a 20-point score.
Yeah,
the
that's true.
Rose-Hulman men, we talked about this Thursday.
We did.
All season long, they have not had a 20-point score for a single game of production. Well, and already within 2 games, Jordan Barlow is showing folks around here how it's done.
It is, but fortunately for the men, they don't need a 20-point score because they have 6 or 7 guys that can put up at any night can put up 10 to 12 points at a time.
Well, the Lakers don't necessarily need LeBron to score 30, but he does it.
Right.
So I'm just saying, we're poking fun, and we'll watch this as the season progresses with the men, who incidentally, folks, are at Anderson right now. We'll try to keep you updated as that game progresses. We have some scoring updates. Rose-Hulman men, a dominant performance Thursday night right here on our airwaves in Anderson. They'll be tipping off in a matter of moments. So we'll keep you abreast, but we're just, having a little fun. But just the facts are the facts.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier, that, the other girls besides Jordan are going to have to step up.
Right.
And be able to score. They cannot count on Jordan to be able to put in 20 or more points every game, and we've got to have some others step up. Like I said, Ashley Black, she had a career-high 9 points Thursday night. Would love to see her kind of break out as a freshman today here at home and see exactly how, how these freshmen react. Again, they are very young, inexperienced ball club, and Coach Prevost is not, I'm going to guess he's really not used to that. But they do have some quality players and some quality athletes out there, so I fully expect them to kind of turn this 2-game losing streak around very soon, and they would like nothing more to be able to split, obviously, this week with Anderson, and then they go to Manchester next weekend, or next Thursday, I should say, and you just never know what's going to happen, but right now they're looking good, and in warm-ups, and Anderson in as well. And speaking of Coach Prevost, he only needs 3 more wins to get the 200-win mark.
And he would love to get number 198 here today. I know that.
Coach Lloyd for the men's side just picked up his 100th win last weekend, but Coach Prevost is currently standing at 197 against 171 overall. So pretty impressive there.
It is.
And I know he would love to get those 200 wins sooner rather than later.
Yes, and I know he's had, when he coached the men here, I forgot his win-loss total. At that point, I'm pretty sure he had well over 100 wins for the men's program. If I remember correctly, had a little bit over 100 wins. I have to look that back up. But he, like you said, would love to get that number 200 here in a matter of days. When you look at, you talk about players for Rose-Hulman, they'll have a couple of players back today that they did not have on Thursday. Nola Wilson did not play on Thursday. She is on the court right now warming up. I was told that she is a go. Kaylin Jester is dressed. I don't know. And she's warming up. I'm not 100% sure if she's going or not. We'll find out, obviously, in a matter of moments. She looks like she's going to play. Also, Avery Lumen did not play. She has different shorts on, and I'm guessing she's not playing. So we'll keep abreast of her situation. And then also Manuela Shamba, it looks like her season is finished. So we'll keep people abreast of injury situations and COVID situations as things progress and we start to get players back and getting closer to a full roster. And when you have all sophomore and freshmen, you need to have a full roster.
You do.
So.
Yeah. And what's interesting about their roster, which, again, kudos to Kevin Lanke and everything that he does to provide us information and everybody information from all the different sports. But so they have 12 players, Rose-Hulman does, on their roster. 9 of those players come from 9 different states.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is. I mean, that's the way we do it out here.
It is, exactly.
Like, wow.
You and I know that from been here for a few years covering these athletics at Rose-Hulman. These kids come from all over the world, really, to come to Rose-Hulman, and it's always exciting. And I hope those folks from those 9 different states are watching today's broadcast, and give us a shout out if you are. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And, we're going to try to put on a quality program here, and hopefully it's going to be a good game.
We're going to step aside one last time here on our Sonic pregame show as we will have the playing of our national anthem. We'll have the starters and the tip right after this.
Stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Burger or grilled cheese?
Grilled cheese.
Burger.
I went with crispy tenders and the tots. It's patty. Really fresh. I'm gonna try to chow this thing down before I get to the wrapper. Sonic Wacky Pack.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
We ask that while you are on the team bench or anywhere around the facility, please wear face coverings for everyone's safety. We ask that after the contest you shower, exit the facility, and meet outside or inside your team bus. Rose-Hulman and the athletic department thank you for your cooperation. And now, today's starting lineups. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Anderson University Ravens. At guard, a 5'5" junior from Bern, Indiana, number 0, Lexi Dellinger. At guard, a 5'8" sophomore from Cambridge City, Indiana, number 3, Allie Owens. At guard, a 5'3" sophomore from Westfield, Indiana, number 5, Jane Shipley. At forward, a 5'10" freshman from Anderson, Indiana, number 31, Mackenzie Taylor. And at center, a 6'2" senior from Fairmount, Indiana, number 34, Anna Hawkins. Anderson is coached by Lindsay Shade. And now, the starting lineup for the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. At guard, a 5'7" sophomore from Powder Springs, Georgia, number 12, Desiree Webster. At guard, a 5'5" freshman from Westerville, Ohio, number 20, Myra Randolph. At forward, a 6'1" sophomore from Haven, Kansas, number 21, Jordan Barlow. At guard, a 5'9" freshman from Westfield, Indiana, number 25, Ashley Black. And at forward, a 5'11" sophomore from South Riding, Virginia, number 50, Rose Burnham. The Fighting Engineers are coached by John Brevo.
There we have the starting lineups for these 2 teams. Dillinger, Owen, Shipley, Taylor, and Hawkins for the Ravens. And for the Engineers, Webster, Randolph, Barlow, Black, and Burnham. We want to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. From Bureau Insurance with Michael Bonomo, Goshen H&R Block, Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Pizza King, Riddell National Bank, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. York has locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. Stretching out west. East. Stretching out east.
Let's go east.
Hawkins and Barlow tip it up, and Rose wins the tip. Rose-Hulman started the game Thursday night very well. Let's see how they start this afternoon.
Yeah, obviously no fans in the stands today, but hopefully at home they'll feel comfortable enough to be able to get off to a good start here.
Barlow trying to throw it down low to Berman after she was stripped. And then she got her shot blocked by Hannah Hawkins. Hawkins is a tough customer down low. She's going to be a load to deal with.
She is.
She rebounds the ball with.
Yeah, she's averaging just under.
Change the shot clock. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. Yeah, Coach Primo wanted a new shot clock. He wanted 20 seconds. The referee says, no, we're keeping it at 5. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, that's quite all right. I was just saying Hawkins averages just under 10 rebounds a game, so she is a force down low.
Offensive rebound and a long shot. Just had to throw one up there at the end of the shot clock. Barlow down low, off the glass, no, and a rebound to Anderson's Mackenzie Taylor. Here's the lead ahead. I like Hawkins running the floor and presenting herself in the post, trying to get a transition touch.
I do too, and I like Barlow going right at Hawkins on the offensive side.
And a help, the foul might have been.
It's on Barlow, I believe.
I think it might have been on Randolph. From the backside, she came with the help, but we'll see. I didn't see the number.
I believe it was on Webster, maybe.
Oh, really? Okay. That is.
No, it was on Barlow.
Okay.
It was on. I thought he said 21, which.
I thought he said 20. Couple of free throws down for Hannah Hawkins.
Obviously, Barlow's not a player you want to get in early foul trouble. And I'm sure the Ravens would like nothing more for that to happen, but hopefully that will not happen.
Rose Burnham, a nice shot off the back iron. Ball tipped, and here come the Ravens. Got to get back to defensive transition. They do. And the drive and a foul by Anderson. And the aforementioned Lexi Dellinger is going to get her first trip to the free throw line.
She is. She's Anderson a little quicker right at the moment than Rose-Hulman, and taking advantage of that.
Yeah. Two trips to the free throw line at 4 points for the Ravens.
Rose-Hulman 0 for 4 to start this game from the field. They need to get some points here. A good possession.
Oh boy. Hit a jump ball. And going to go the other way. It's going to go out as a turnover. Good defense there on Desiree Webster as she's trying to get a shot up there.
Yeah, she really had nowhere to go with it. It was very good defense.
2 minutes into the first quarter. And the ball was thrown to Kinsley Taylor. Says, thought that was for someone else. And
Hawkins says, no, it was for you. But
Hawkins said, my bad. And
yeah, she did.
Yeah. You move on. Dead ball turnover. So didn't lead to any transition opportunity. Black on the drive. Cut off nicely. And I see Allie Owens looks like she's going to pick up her foul. You see how this game, so far we're seeing at least, how this game is going to be called. So maybe kind of tight. So we'll
yeah, it appears to be. See if the officials loosen it up later in the game as the game progresses.
Little jab step, and Barlow misses everything. Here come the Ravens. Dellinger, left side three. A little bit short. Got to get that rebound. Okay.
Yeah, Dellinger not afraid to pop and put it up. Obviously, averaging 18 or just under 18 points per game. She lives on that three-point line.
That's the part of Rose-Hulman's game that is not there The shooting from outside. Boy, live hands there. A strip ball. McKinley Taylor just stripped the ball from Burnham, and Rose-Hulman will keep the possession on the alternating arrow. And for the first time, here will be Nola Wilson and also Peyton Miller. So a couple of subs for the Engineers as Burnham and Webster will go out. Live hands for these Ravens.
Yeah,
they with everything.
They are again quick and lively, as you mentioned, on the defensive end.
Wilson throws down to a double team. Here it pops out to Randolph. That shot off. Couldn't quite get that to bounce from the front of the rim through the net. Dillinger, oh boy. That's not good transition defense there.
No, it wasn't, but it was a good move by Dellinger to be able to slip through there.
Yep. They had her hemmed in, and then it took a bad angle. And 2 points later. If this is a made field goal here, you might see a timeout by Coach Prevost. Dillinger left side. Ooh, that's a deep three right there. That was a big miss.
There was a nice rebound. Now Rose-Hulman's got to be able to get a good shot. They've had some good looks, but just haven't been able to knock it down. They've got to be able to get into the scoring column here to get something started.
Randolph a drive, a little teardrop. No, Miller with the foul, though. And that's the third foul of the quarter on the Engineers. 5 team fouls will result in free throws. And we're getting a multitude of subs.
Yeah. We got subs in all different shapes and sizes here for both teams.
Rose-Hulman going to go to a smaller lineup here. Maybe a quicker lineup. You can't go for that first jab, and I think that's really hurting Rose defensively, especially with Dillinger. She gives that first fake, and Rose is going for it.
Yeah, they bite it.
Time.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Well, got to be a little more patient, but they got to be quicker too, and I think that's what Coach Prevost is trying to do with this lineup that's on the floor right now.
Rose-Hulman getting double teamed in the posts at every turn, and there's a big three by Peyton Miller. The 6-foot freshman puts Rose-Hulman on the board. One shot and you cut the lead in half, right?
Yeah, you take that.
The drive and the kick to Lorna Helton. Ooh, it's a smooth little J right there. 15 feet from the right side. That was good for, I believe, that was Cassie Pallett.
You know, one thing I've noticed right away, Walt, is, and I think the fans at home, hopefully you can hear the shouting that's going on.
Yes.
That's all coming from Anderson.
That's right.
I don't see Rose-Hulman talking a lot, cheering a lot.
It's a steal there by Anderson. Yeah, we talked about it before. BYOE, bring your own energy. And Anderson definitely has brought that with him. Let's see if it lasts for 4 quarters. Nice dump down low, and it's going to be a foul. Ooh, it should have been thought it was just going to be a dead ball out of bounds. They're going to get Webster, I do believe, coming over the backside. It's going to lead us to a timeout. 8-3, Engineers down 3. We'll be back after this commercial break.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you've got some oomph, and I got some oomph.
I don't know about your oomph, but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good oomph or a bad oomph?
You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, the bad news is that through 5 minutes and 22 seconds, Rose only has 3 points. The good news, if you want to look at it this way, Troy, They have 10 field goal attempts.
They do. That is a good. Of course, they're 1 for 10,
but you get
in those field goals attempts. So
you know, I always say, we talked about this, water finds its level. Rose, at the end of the day, we're hoping that we'll be right around 40%.
Sure.
So that means they're going to get hot.
I agree. They have had some good looks at it. They just haven't been able to knock it down.
See what Coach Shea draws up in this inbounds play. See if they look to the box. Pallant has the ball knocked away from her. Mariah Clemens, one of the players in the game, and she, I think, just called for that foul. Yeah, that's Clemens. Gonna be her first, team second. So Pallant's in there, Clemens is in there. Who else do we get coming off the bench? Trying to get all the names for you. I know mom, dad, aunt, and uncle, brother, sister. We want to hear the player's name called. Lauren Helton, she's there. We all talked about her. And also, I think we have Carly Holly, I think.
Would love to see Rose be able to take advantage and give the ball to Rose Burnham down low without Hawkins in the game for the Ravens. Try to get that high-low combination.
There's Miller, couldn't quite get that one. It's a good look once again. Ball swinging from side to side and a drive. Oh my God! Oh no! Oh my goodness! Wow, a nice drive by Cassie Pallant. She's going to get an N1 opportunity. I thought that Miller was there.
I did too. I thought Miller was there about 10 seconds prior to the offense coming there. Wow. But what do I know?
Congratulations to Coach Prevost showing much restraint there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Somebody's got to get out. There we go. Wow. Randolph back into the game. And who else did we just get? Was that Jenna Myers? On the block, right block. Do you see that, Troy?
Lindsey Thomas, I believe.
Missed free throw there.
And Jenna Myers, you're correct. So 9 different players so far for the Engineers this quarter, opening quarter.
7. Here comes a drive by Webster to get it there.
Nice
there we go.
drive.
Desiree Webster cuts the lead into half.
Once again, we'd love to see that.
Jump ball going to stay here. And we're going to get a line change by Coach Lindsay Shade. Coach Shade, 33 and 99 in her 6th year of the program at Anderson. Kristen Dubois back into the game for the first time for the Ravens. Down low, Hawkins misses, gets it back. Misses again. Oh, that's a gift for Rose-Hulman.
Now they need to take advantage of it.
Stop and pop, a big 3-pointer for Ashley Black.
Love to see Ashley again. She had 9 points Thursday night.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh man, and technically, by the letter of the law, that is a foul. What I would love to see is a play. If she makes the shot, let's get some flow in this game. She technically did touch her, so it's technically a foul. Whew.
Officials getting paid by the whistle, apparently, this first quarter. You've had 7 fouls called, I think 5 against the Engineers, 2 against the Ravens.
Owens makes a pair, stretches the lead back to a 4-point lead. As I believe Black now has 2 fouls. Looking into the post. Anderson doing a great job of double teaming the post. I've been talking about that.
Yeah, they are. They're just not able to get it down there. But
Barlow, a big 2-pointer, had her foot on the line. She gets in the scoreboard.
It's good to see. We need that, obviously.
Stop, free throw line pop. Got to get that rebound. We do. Here comes Webster. Has that opportunity to tie or take the lead on this possession. 2 minutes ago, first quarter. Basketball in the Heartland. Heartland Conference. Barlow on the block. Ooh, she traveled. Lord have mercy. Oh, mercy.
Nice move. Now we got Rose-Hulman bench getting fired up. Obviously, they tie the game here with just under 1:40 to go in this first quarter.
Good defense by Randolph. Looking down low, Hawkins. She's got a wide open look, and she nails it. Timeout by Coach Prevost. A bit 30-second timeout. He wants to talk about his defense. We'll be right back after these messages.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
1:10-26 remains in the first quarter. Very spirited contest here today, as we thought it would be. Anderson up 2 with Rose with the ball. Jenna Myers will inbound, and Engineers have 4 ladies that have scored thus far, as do the Ravens of Anderson. Wilson, top of the key. Excuse me, Webster, top of the key. Down low. Oh, got to go quicker than that. Threw one up with the left hand. I thought if she would have gone straight with her right as soon as she caught the ball, she would have had a really good look.
Yeah, she would have had a much cleaner look than what she did. But
3-point attempt by Owens, no good. Goes out of bounds.
Now, Rose-Hulman would love nothing more to be able to tie this game or even take the lead after this first quarter with as slow a start as they had to this game. It would be great if they could tie it up or even take the lead here.
Screen by Barlow. And another great drive by Desiree Webster, using her speed to get to the cup, and the Engineers are going to get the 2 for 1.
Yeah, that's nice. I love that speed of Webster and the confidence she has. She's got to be able to do that more often.
Taylor, cut off, comes back toward the middle. And the ball's down on the floor. The Engineers have an opportunity to take a lead at the end of the first quarter. Down to 15 seconds. Down to 7. Webster left side, got to make a move. Down to 3. Randolph got to put it up. Behind her back, does not get a look. Ooh, that one hurts. Got to get a look at the last 20 seconds. 14 all. We'll move to the second quarter right after these messages.
Cleaning services, including the removal of biohazard containments. We have the specialized training and products to get your property back to business. We are here to help get your business back to normal. Serve Pro in the Wabash Valley, here to help.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you've got some and I got some
I don't know about your but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good or a bad
You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
A quick update from Anderson, Indiana. The Rose men are up on Anderson's men 22-15 about 7 minutes ago in the first half. Here we're tied at 14 as Rose started off 1 for 10 and then really rebounded, started getting the flow of their offense a little bit.
They really did, yeah. They finished that quarter 6 of 17 from the field, 2 of 5 from three-point range, and those three-pointers really got them kind of moving in the right direction. Anderson was 0 for 3 from three-point range, but Anderson was also 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Rose-Hulman has yet to shoot a free throw.
Yeah, 4 ladies that have taken free throws in that first quarter.
Yeah, that's
wow.
There's no home cooking going on here today.
You know, the beauty of women's basketball is the fouls, the team fouls dropped to 0. For the quarter, a beautiful look down low and an and one opportunity for Rose Burnham. Great big-to-big pass, Barlow to Burnham.
Yeah,
they congratulate each other there.
They did, and they should have. That was a great play by both of them, but love to see the enthusiasm that Burnham brings.
Yep.
Remember that last year as a freshman. She's a fun player to watch and gets excited. And yeah, very tough.
We kind of thought she had some brothers, older brothers, and found out that she indeed does. Tough customer. You got older brothers, you're going to be tough.
That's right, yeah. If you're going to play ball with them, you are.
That's right.
You're gonna...
Rose-Hulman with a 3-point lead, a travel violation called from across the floor. Why it had to be called from across the floor, I'm not exactly sure, but it was called.
It was, and another turnover, only the 3rd turnover of the game for Anderson. With a chance for the Engineers to take advantage of it, increase their lead.
That one off the rim, Webster got to the cup, had a more of a challenge look on that attempt. When Coach Prevost put Webster and Wilson into the game together, that really changed things. 3-pointer no good for Anderson, now 0-4. Look, oh, you had her. Ball moving around the perimeter. Randolph from deep. It circles in. Myra Randolph, and that'll lead to a timeout by Coach Shade. 20-14, Engineers surging. We'll be right back.
Get a fresh start at York Chevy Buick on US Highway 40 in Brazil. We have fresh discounts on Chevy Silverado up to $10,000 off. Chevy Trax, $87 per month. Buick Encore, $117 per month. Or Chevy Equinoxes up to $6,500 off. It's a new year. Get a new ride at YorkChevy.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
We talked about water finding its level in Rose-Hulman. I said they're going to get hot. They did. Anderson, 0-4 from distance. For the season, they shoot 34%. So they're going to make some. It's just a matter of time. And I know that Coach Shade is telling the young ladies to stay patient. And it'll just be interesting to see how they come out of this timeout.
Yeah, it will. Obviously, they have not played their 0-4, as you mentioned, from three-point range. But kudos to Rose-Hulman. They're 3 of their last 4 attempts and on an 8-0 run here in the last 3 minutes. If you count the end of the first quarter as well. So nice stretch of play here.
Yep. See if they look to Hawkins. at some point in this possession. Three-pointer right side, short. Very short on that one. It was an air ball, as a matter of fact. Here come the Engineers up the floor.
It's going to be a long day for Anderson if they are not able to hit that three-point shot.
Oh boy, rush pass. I think Burnham wasn't quite ready, but oh boy, how about Desiree Webster? Johnny on the spot was able to.
Yeah, it was a poor pass by Webster, but she was able to. Burnham was able to stick with it, and Webster had the knowledge and the awareness to get down there.
And a steal by Webster. Here she comes racing up the floor, looking down low to Barlow. Across the paint, off the glass, a little hard. Great opportunity, great idea. 22-14. Engineers up 8, early second quarter. How about 2.5? Knock on wood, almost 3 minutes with no fouls. Oh my gosh!
What are we calling?
It's a travel. And you know, it was interesting. I think Dellinger wanted to go up with it, but she saw that she had a player right in her face and then tried to. So what do you do with the ball? You spin, try to get away with something. You couldn't find. Yeah, you didn't have somebody to pass to right at the moment. So it's a tough situation for the young lady.
It was. Her options were very limited.
Yes, they were. And, but good defense by the Engineers.
It was. Yeah, very good. And a nice spin move. But
it actually was a nice spin move. Just happened to be a trap.
Yeah.
Still low turnover numbers for both teams. Low-ish. Big pass once again. Got to get on the floor. Barlow's on it, as is Taylor. Yeah, low turnover numbers both ways. So Anderson with 3, Anderson with 5, I'm sorry. And so that's not quite as low. And Rose with her second turnover there. We do have live stats we're able to check, and yeah, that is a nice bucket there by Anderson as to get their first field goal since a minute and change to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, they were held scoreless there for almost 5 minutes.
A three-pointer for JB, Jordan Barlow. She's got 7. Lead is up to 9. Oh, that's a big bucket right there. Was that Dillinger?
It was. And obviously, Lexi, shooters are going to shoot.
Yes. Shooters better shoot.
And that's exactly what she's going to do. She's up to 6 points now for the Ravens.
Nice jab step by Burnham. Gets to the hole. It closes with that strong left hand.
Love that left hand. That great move by Burnham. As you mentioned, strong, powerful. Like to see that aggression.
Switch. Dellinger had Burnham on the switch. He took advantage of the jump shot, just didn't make it. Here comes Randolph. Yeah, they missed Black running the court. Excuse me, that was Thomas. Lindsey Thomas was running the court. Ball tipped out of bounds, and going to get a couple of subs here. Hawkins back in, and also for the Engineers, Myers back in. Barlow took a much deserved rest.
You know, you keep forgetting that this is the Rose-Hulman. It's only their 3rd game, so.
Oh, what a block. Oh, and a foul, though. Does that look clean to you?
It did look clean to me from here, but again, as I was saying, you know, Coach Prevo's still trying to find his lineup.
Right.
You know, what works and what doesn't. And you think, again, February, you'd have that all figured out, but not this year.
Yeah, not this year indeed. Lindsey Thomas knocks down a pair. Engineers have their first double-digit lead of the season, 29-18. A great performance here so far by the Engineers. Looking down low, couldn't find it. Rose-Hulman really tried to cut down that three-point look. Oh, it was a good look right there. Just off the front iron was Taylor. Man, it makes you nervous in the second half. You just feel like Anderson's going to knock down 4 or 5 in a row.
Well, they've obviously got that ability, but they're 0 for 7 right at the moment. This half and threes.
Burnham cut off. Just a little bit off to the left was Randolph. Here come the Ravens. I'm telling you what, folks, Myra Randolph is a ball hawk. This young lady, she plays some really good defense on the ball. I'm going to enjoy watching her over the next few years. I've been watching her, this is just I would say our second time seeing the Engineers in their 3rd game. But her on-ball pressure, she anticipates very well at her small stature, but man, she knows defensively what to do.
She does, and then
of course she's probably getting ready to give up a layup. I just said all this.
No, she brings some good intensity.
Yeah. Big bucket right there by the Ravens.
Yeah, the first 3-pointer.
And an offensive foul. Barlow just came back in the game. Picks up foul number 2 on a moving screen.
I hate to see that just because it's potentially opening the window for some momentum to get on to Anderson here if they could score on this possession.
A nice little run starting here for the Ravens as they get a couple back-to-back buckets.
Now Rose-Hulman is scoreless here in the last 2 minutes of the game. Big possession here for the Engineers.
Barlow driving, getting blocks by Hawkins. Randolph stops ball, but does get some body as she commits her, I believe, first foul.
That was Hawkins' third block, for this game. As a team, they average about 5 for the season.
Barlow out, Burnham in.
And you could guess Rose-Hulman averages just over 1 block per game.
Hawkins thought about a 17-footer, rotates to the left side. Now Shipley with it. Now Clemens cut off nicely. Deep 3-pointer. Oh, Nelly! Deep 3-pointer by Jade Shipley. Down to a 4-point lead.
She shot that earlier and it was just short, but she definitely has the confidence to shoot that far out.
Oh, it's a live ball turnover. This is a tough one here.
Poor pass.
Shipley with the ankle. Randolph, a great foul. Myra Randolph hustled back, made sure that Shipley could not get the 3-point play, knocked the ball away from her. It makes her earn it from the free throw line.
Yeah, again, that intensity that Randolph brings on the defensive end. Could have easily given up on that.
Yep.
But didn't. Picks up her 2nd personal foul.
Anderson, a great job on the free throw line so far. 7 of 8. Oh, well. Sorry, folks. Said it a little early.
7 of 9.
Yeah. Engineers need a score here. Up and under. Beautiful move by Jenna Myers.
Nice move by the Clinton, Indiana native. Went to South Vermillion.
Wilson pokes it away, couldn't quite grab it. Shipley thought about it, rotates to the corner. That extra pass does not result in points. And as Clemens was trying to get the offensive rebound, she stepped on the baseline. And that'll be Rose-Hulman ball with a 5-point lead, 1:45 to go, second quarter.
Love to see Rose-Hulman finish this quarter and this half strong here.
Lindsey Thomas looking down low. It's a telegraph pass, and it was a tough one to make. Trying to get a jump. Oh my gosh, how'd they get that jump ball? I thought Coach Shea was going to call timeout. They had possession. Wow. I just knew they were going to call a timeout there.
Yeah, I thought so as well, but they didn't, apparently, and so we're going to do it.
Kudos to Rose for jump time.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Got to pass it in. Yep, 5 seconds. Now, I thought the referee started his count. Really, he just dropped the ball.
He just dropped the ball.
And he immediately started counting. I didn't think that Rose was that deliberate and being slowful to get the ball.
Desiree Webster was not obviously in position, and when the official...
Dellinger, a miss. Webster,
nice rebound by Webster there.
She crashes the board real well, doesn't she?
She does.
Webster down to 12, makes a move. We're going to get an arm bar. It's a foul. And we're going to set this thing back up. We'll put, I think, 20 seconds on the clock? Or we're going to stay at 11? What do we do? Coach Prevost saying reset the clock. Good job, Coach. Good job. Oh, man. They weren't going to reset the clock.
Yeah. You got to work on them.
And it's another foul. Same thing. Nola Wilson that time. Got foul. That's only 3 team fouls.
Yeah.
Wow. What's going on down here? Next foul will lead to free throws. Wilson off the front iron. Ooh, it was a traveling violation. It was a good off-ball defense that made her hold one more second, and Carly Holly put down that pivot foot, or picked it up, excuse me. And Anderson gives the ball up.
Yeah, just a 7th turnover for Anderson this half. 6 for Rose-Hulman, so.
Coach Prevost calling out the play and telling them when to go.
Yeah, the shot clock is about a second in front of the game clock.
Wilson off the iron. No, here comes Anderson with 4. Up ahead with 3. In the paint with 1 of the glass and a foul. Oh, a disastrous outcome for the Engineers and a great opportunity for the Ravens with .2 on the clock.
Dellinger's quickness there.
Yeah.
Rose was not able to get back. A little lackadaisical in their defensive effort. But Dellinger, again, showing her speed.
Yep. And she misses the free throw. And that'll do it for the first half. You've got to stop ball, or at least make her change directions. They did. And you mentioned the speed by Lexi Dellinger on display at the end of the second quarter. 31-28. Engineers have a 3-point lead. We'll step aside for commercial break and come back with our halftime show after this on the Indiana Sports Network.
Get a fresh start at York Chevy Buick on US Highway 40 in Brazil. We have fresh discounts on Chevy Silverado up to $10,000 off. Chevy Trax, $87 per month. Buick Encore, $117 per month. Or Chevy Equinoxes up to $6,500 off. It's a new year. Get a new ride at YorkChevy.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Basketball on the Indiana Sports Network. It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Indiana Sports Network as we are halftime as the Lady Engineers hold a 3-point advantage over the Anderson Ravens. And was started as a kind of a slow start for the Lady Engineers, Walt, but they heated up pretty quickly after that, about midway through the first quarter, and again hold a 3-point advantage here at the halftime. So a nice start overall, nice half I should say, for the Lady Engineers. They are led in scoring by Jaden Barlow with 7. Desiree Webster has 6 points, Rose Burnham with 5, and they've had a total of 7 different Engineers score in that first half. 8 scored out of the 9 that played. So overall, a good solid half of basketball for the Engineers. They were 4 of 9 from 3-point range. Started the game 1 of 10 from field goal range, but ended up going 12 of 29 for a 41%, right at that mark that you projected earlier, Walt. That you hope they, as a team, you hope that they are at 40 or above in their field goal percentage.
And when you look at the way the game has gone, you talk about that cold start. 1 for 10. And it's kind of sounded funny, but I was being very serious. They only had 3 points, but they had 10 attempts. It'd be different if you have 3 points and have only taken 3 field goal attempts because you turned the ball over. But that wasn't the case. The numbers are the numbers. I don't care if you're playing basketball or you're betting on the Super Bowl. The numbers are the numbers. Rose-Hulman, you knew at some point was going to start hitting some shots, and boy, when they started really pouring in.
They did, and that was Anderson started out quick, but kind of faded there, and a lot of that went to, in big part, because of Rose-Hulman's defense intensity stepped up with Webster and others, really, and Randolph especially, kind of putting in that defensive effort, held Anderson to just 40% field goal range. They were 10 of 25, and the big part, and I think the difference in the game, Walt, is that Anderson was 1 for 9 from 3-point range in that first half.
Right. And that is something, when you look at Anderson, they shoot a lot of threes. I should say a lot more than what Rose-Hulman shoots. And they make them with a pretty good regularity. They shoot 34% from the field, but Rose-Hulman, defensive intensity, you mentioned, kept them to just above 10% from distance in that first half. We'll step aside for our first break in our halftime show. Come back with more stats and analysis after this.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
He's got some oomph, and I got some oomph.
I don't know about your oomph, but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good oomph or a bad oomph?
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you got some oomph, and I got some oomph.
I don't know about your oomph, but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good oomph or a bad oomph?
You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
31-28, Engineers up 3 at the break. And Troy, you mentioned the high number of ladies on both teams that are scoring in today's game. Does that surprise you to see this? We have 15 players that have scored. I think we've played, 18 players or something like that have played, but 15 have scored. Are you surprised by that?
Yeah, I am. Obviously, just because the first 2 games, obviously Rose-Hulman didn't have a lot of scoring dispersed, so you like to see that again. As we mentioned in the pregame show, you want to see folks other than Barlow and Webster and Burnham, those are your 3 core players. But for Rose-Hulman, but you got to have the kind of ensemble cast there that has to step up, and so I'd like to see that. And obviously Anderson, they're led by Dillinger with she has 10 points. Again, averages about 18 per game. But then they've had 7 or so other players score 4 or 2 points. So yeah, a lot of ladies on getting their stats today, and that's a good thing. But one thing that Coach Prevost is going to have to be looking at is that foul disparity from the first half. Well, they just Anderson got to the free throw line, let me see, 11 times, if I'm correct, compared to 6 for Rose-Hulman. So that has got to be something that obviously Coach Prevost is going to be talking about here, trying to limit the fouls and kind of clean that up here in this second half.
That's something that you look at when the game was going. Peyton Miller was only able to play a brief spell just because she picked up 2 fouls. Black picked up a couple fouls. Barlow, even though she played heavy minutes, she picked up a couple of fouls, and so did Randolph. So on the other side, the other player with 2 fouls was McKinley Taylor. Which is significant for the Ravens, as they definitely want to have her on the floor as well when she plays her rotation minutes. Hannah Hawkins, Rose-Hulman was able to limit her to just 4 points and 3 rebounds, but she does have 3 blocks. When you have interior defense like that you can hang your hat upon, really helps out your defense as a collective.
It really does, and obviously she makes an impact on the game, whether or not she's on the defense or the offensive side. One stat that does kind of jump out to me in that first half is the points in the paint. Rose-Hulman had 14 compared to Anderson's 10. So again, Rose-Hulman not afraid to get it down low to Barlow and back and others, and getting those points in the paint. So like to see that. Some of those obviously were coming from Desiree Webster with her, again, that quick first step, able to get by her defender and kind of scoop it up for a layup. We saw that 2 or 3 times, and that was a pleasant surprise to see.
When you look at Rose-Hulman, we talked about the three-point shooting, that hasn't been there as of late. But today, 4 three-point hits in that first half, I think was huge.
Yeah, exactly. That is what is going to have to carry Rose-Hulman in this second half. Again, is that strong field goal percentage, shooting the ball well, getting those good quality looks that, again, they got early in the game. They just weren't hitting. As we mentioned, they went 1 for 10 to start the game. And so, but they picked it up in the second half, the second quarter. And they're going to have to do that here in this second half as well. And obviously keeping up that defensive pressure, because you don't think that Anderson's going to go 1 for 9 again here in this second half from three-point range.
I'm worried about. I'm a little bit worried about that, I'll be honest with you. Rose-Hulman, I believe, in the first game on Thursday was outscored from the three-point line by around 15 points. So that'll be something that I know that Coach Shade is telling her young ladies, hey, stick with the game plan. Take your open shots when you have them. They will start going down. And we'll see if that does happen, or if Rose-Hulman will be able to keep applying defensive pressure and make those shots hard to come by. 31-28, which is our last break of our halftime show. Come back and bring you the third quarter of play. You're watching Rose-Hulman basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Burger or grilled cheese?
Grilled cheese.
Burger.
I went with crispy tenders and the tots. It's patty. Really fresh. I'm gonna try to chow this thing down before I get to the wrapper. Sonic Wacky Pack.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look both ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
H&R Block is your tax preparation service experts, no matter how you file. Sue Jones and Associates offer all tax preparation and all the tax services you need, not only at tax time, but throughout the year. Get your hometown tax help from Sue Goshen's H&R Block, located in Brazil, across from the courthouse. It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network.
A big thank you to our sponsors, Farm Bureau Insurance with Michael Bonomo, Goshen H&R Block, Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Pizza King, telling you to ring the king, Riddell National Bank, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. Jace Harper and Caden Harper, Paige Lockmiller giving you the pictures tonight, or this afternoon, I should say, as it's nice and blue skies and sunny outside, definitely not nighttime. Tony Harper, the director and producer. A couple of scores to pass along. West Vigo over South Putnam, 60-47. A big WIC victory there for the Vikings. And in Anderson, Indiana, the Rose-Hulman men, beginning of the second half, are down on Anderson by around 5 points. 37 to halftime it was 37-33. I think they've begun the second half, and yeah, Rose is down 6, 42 to 36. So they had to lead the majority of that half, and then kind of fell apart on them. So we'll try to keep you updated as that game goes on. I want to say hi to Steve Strimming, busting my chops. I know he's watching as he's a big fan and supporter and partner here of the Indiana Sports Network. Yes, I always have my Rose-Hulman cheerleading outfit on. Always, always, always. You never leave home without it.
And Steve, let me just say, it is not fun to look at, but if you shout out to Steve, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Follows Indiana Sports Network and the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers.
And the first time we saw Nola Wilson, who will start the second half on the bench, the first time we saw her was up in Anderson University at the Indiana All-Star event that Steve Fleming puts on. So he helps a lot of coaches find talent here in the state of Indiana. It helps young people showcase themselves. The boys and girls in the state of Indiana, high school, doesn't matter what class they are, 1 through 4. If you have talent, they get invited, and they get to showcase their talents, and Steve Fleming loves what he does, and these young people are better for it.
They are. It's a well run, a great showcase for those kids and the coaches. So shout out to him. But Anderson obviously starts with 2 quick free throws.
Yeah.
Rose-Hulman now leads by 1. Again, they've got to get off to a better start than they did in that first quarter.
Ball tipped away from Burnham. Randolph on the drive. She's cut off, swings it. 17-footer for Webster is a little long. And how about Anderson with an opportunity to take the lead on this possession? Dellinger thought about the quick one and gets into their offense.
Yeah, smart move by Dellinger there. To pull the ball back up, get the offense started. Quick foul on Webster, I believe. Her third.
That's how we started the game, isn't it?
Yeah, it was.
She's got to come out.
Yeah, she picks up her third foul. That's
big.
It is big this early in the third quarter. You got to think she's going to be sitting for a while. And she was the spark plug for the Engineers there in that first half.
You hear Coach Preble say, "Don't overdo it." Oh, a nice pass down low. And a nice block by Barlow. I thought Hawkins, if she could have gone a little faster there, had an opportunity. The defense helped and converged, and Barlow gets the block and the possession for her team.
Yeah, it was a nice double team on Hawkins there, and she had nowhere to go.
Jump ball. Will stay right here. A nice pass inside to Nola Wilson, but the pass led her just a tad bit, so she couldn't catch it cleanly, and it ends up being tied up.
Yeah, we've got to get a good inbounds play here, and Rose has got to be able to score.
Off the front iron, Barlow.
It's a good look, though. Good look. Now, again, Rose got to get back on the defense play.
Great job by Barlow to play straight up defense.
Yes. She did not need a foul. It was a perfect way to play that.
Oh, and a turnover. Oh.
It's a tough pass. Right idea, but just not there. Rose-Hulman a little out of sync here to start this third quarter.
Dellinger with the blow by, and then the offensive rebound is tipped, but couldn't quite be corralled by Hawkins. And here come the Engineers. Lead ahead pass, tipped away by Dellinger. You talked about her speed. A little closing speed the day before the Super Bowl with Troy Fears.
Yeah, excited to watch that Super Bowl tomorrow. I think it's going to be a good one. The old GOAT versus the young GOAT.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's a good game. A little upset, the Colts didn't make it as far.
Oh my gosh, another 5-second call. Ooh.
Well, you hate to see that anytime, but now twice in the game for the Engineers. Coach Preble is not happy about that for obvious reasons.
He's looking at his bench. He's thinking. Pop out for Dellinger. Uh-oh, that's not what you want from Rose. This young lady can swarm in bunches.
It's her first three-pointer. We talked about how they wouldn't go 1 for 9 again, and they had a better start.
Randolph, and that one's missed.
Nice rebound by Burnham there.
Sure was.
A good outlet to Randolph. But Rose-Hulman just off the mark so far to start this third quarter.
Oh, you got it. Boy, we're lucky that she didn't pop that three. Hawkins from 10 feet. Anderson's on a run. They've got a 4-point lead.
They do. Rose-Hulman 1 for 9. Field goal. Anderson on a 7-4 run here in the last 9 minutes. Counting.
One is missed by Barlow. Here come the Ravens. Shipley from the top of the key. That one's missed. That's a big miss right there. That would have been a huge hit if that would have gone down.
Yeah. But luckily for Rose, it didn't, and so they've got to be patient here with their offense and get a good quality shot.
Halfway through the shot clock. Black looking. Ooh. Randolph with 6. In the paint, gets fouled. Woo. Boy. Should be thankful that we got fouled. There wasn't a whole lot going on that possession.
No, there wasn't. I hate to see that. There wasn't a whole lot of movement by the Lady Engineers. Obviously, they exerted a lot of energy in that second quarter, both offensively and defensively. So you know they got to be tired. Again, this is only their 3rd game of the season. But they got to play hard for...
Nola Wilson off the catch. No. Cross court. You cannot leave that young lady. Oh, that was a gift that she missed and Hawkins missed. Oh. I don't know. You had Hawkins and Barlow going after the ball. They're side by side, essentially.
Yeah, I didn't quite see the
foul on Barlow.
I didn't quite see the foul there.
If anything, it'll be over the back. If anything, I think Barlow has a right to go for the ball.
That's Barlow's 3rd personal foul. So she comes out of the game.
Would have loved to see that be a play on.
Again, tough without Barlow and Webster on the floor for the Engineers to find much of an offense. We'll see. Hopefully Burnham can step up and others.
And well, there's maybe a makeup right there, a makeup no call. That one could have been a foul. Dellinger, I thought, got bodied. I like the spark that Anderson has offensively right now.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, nice move by Burnham. Again, we like that spark. Love when she gets that energy and is not afraid to take it to the hoop.
Dellinger going to get a quick break as Burnham gets free throws. And she makes a free throw.
Another score to pass along wall real quick. Sullivan beat Edgewood 77-65 in another WIC conference game.
We were kind of hoping that Edgewood would be able to help the Northview Knights out a little bit, but not so. Sullivan still leading the conference with their, I think, 1 conference loss. She Maniz.
Wow.
My gosh. Whew. Timeout on the floor. Just a shade under 5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Engineers down 2.
One thing, so I run to the phone and dial the number for Pizza King. I'm gonna ring the king. The king delivers. I'm gonna ring the king. An incredibly delicious royal feast pizza on the best crust you ever tasted. Ring the king.
You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
35-33. The Ravens have come out pretty hot here in the second half. And I'm taking a lead. They took a lead pretty quickly. It didn't take them a long time. And they have a 2-point lead and the ball.
Yeah, Rose-Hulman 1 of 11 the last 11 minutes, I believe.
Turnover by the Ravens. They had an opportunity there. And I was just going to say, with Dellinger out, this is an opportunity for the Engineers to try to get this defense entrenched a little bit and maybe get a stop and a couple of stops in a row and a couple of scores in a row.
Yeah, a little quicker lineup here that they can hopefully capitalize on.
Three-pointer left side, short. Followed the rebound and couldn't quite get it. Was Ashley Black. She made a 3 in the first half. Cassie Pallett with the command of the ball. Down low, Burnham, a great job to tip that away. As Carly Holly, the 5'10 freshman, was the intended target. Now Hawkins comes back in for this offensive possession, as does Dellinger. 12 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
No, I was just saying, Anderson being very patient here this third quarter in their offense.
Oh, man. From the top of the key all the way to the right block. You got to close down that drive at some point. Dellinger now with 15.
Nice body control by Dellinger. She even got contact. I'm surprised there wasn't a call there by Myers.
Looking. Burnham, a long one. Couldn't quit it off the back iron.
Rose needs to stop here. Anderson's obviously got the momentum here. Rose needs to put it into it.
Ooh.
Oh.
Good help by Nola Wilson.
Nice defense.
Shipley with the long one, and she nails it. Jade Shipley.
So they've hit 2 3-pointers this half. Well, that's both have been very big.
Engineers got to feel like they don't have to match it. You just got to.
No, exactly. They've got to play the game. But right at the moment, there's no one on the floor for the Engineers other than Burnham, who's willing to take a shot.
And she'll take that one. It's long. And here come the Ravens. Dellinger gets contact, no call. She's looking for a call.
She was looking for the call, and she did get the contact.
I mean,
I can't answer that.
Yeah. I can understand why she had her hands up.
Yes, I can too. She kind of forced it in there.
She did. But that contact's been getting called. So. Shipley getting pressured by Randolph. Let's see what she can do here. Makes it hard to initiate the offense when you have that ball pressure. Taylor with a nice up fake. Oh boy, she blew the layup. Beautiful move, couldn't pay it off. Here come the Engineers.
Beautiful move.
Come on, Nola, get in there. Oh boy, that would have been a big one. Nola couldn't quite hit it. Shipley wide open. Didn't shoot. I'm a little surprised. I thought she was going to put it up.
I did too.
Hawkins on the block. Barlow in there. She throws it to almost to no one. 6 on the shot clock. Randolph gets in the passing lane. Good job by Myra Randolph. And the shot clock reset. They reset the shot clock. No way. It was underneath 5. There was no possession. The shot clock was, there we go, down to 4. Okay. Good job by Shipley to have herself take the ball out of bounds.
Yeah. And if you're Rose, you don't want to foul here.
Almost did. Ooh, almost did twice. Woo! It's close.
It was
when you see players pulling their hands back and putting their hands up.
Yeah,
it's a telltale sign.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, don't give yourself away. Engineers need a bucket. Only 2 points this quarter. Got to score here.
Yeah, they desperately need to get some points.
Nowhere to go. Turns the ball over. It was Ashley Black. Taylor running the floor, doesn't get it. Dellinger gets it. Early 3-point opportunity. Big miss there. Engineers dodge a bullet.
Is Dellinger not happy with herself for missing that? Had a good look there.
It happens.
It did. Shooters are going to shoot.
And I think she should take every one of those. Ball down low. You got to hit that. Rose Burnham, and she knocks the ball out of bounds. I know she's frustrated with herself. Needed that bucket. They tried so hard. A great pass from Jordan Barlow. That's a connection that is really starting to develop there.
It is. We just got to get the ball in the bucket. You know, Rose-Hulman's 1 of 16 in their last 16. Whew. They've been held scoreless for over 4 minutes now. Not a good third quarter for the Engineers.
No. 2 points does not a good quarter make. No fouls to give. Down to 7. Good interior pass, dipped away. Hawkins stays with it. Jump ball, and it stays here. 3.3 seconds to go. Good job by the Engineers to get their hands on the ball. They need a stop right here, Troy.
They do, yeah, in a worse way. Again, Randolph with good defensive effort.
Law pass to Hawkins, back to Dellinger, and she steps in, and doggone it, she nailed that thing from 15 feet. Cool as a cucumber. Whew, she's good. 42-33, Engineers in the hole. We'll be back for the fourth quarter after this.
Get a fresh start at York Chevy Buick on US Highway 40 in Brazil. We have fresh discounts on Chevy Silverado up to $10,000 off. Chevy Trax, $87 per month. Buick Encore, $117 per month. Or Chevy Equinoxes up to $6,500 off. It's a new year. Get a new ride at YorkChevy.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
At Lynn's.
I want to say a big hello to Miss Annette Robinson, Coach Robinson's mother, watching from North Carolina as her Engineers are in a bit of a hole, Troy. A 2-point third quarter. That was a hurtful one.
That was, and those 2 points came from 2 free throws. They were actually 0 for 11 for field goals and 0 for 5 in 3-point attempts in that third quarter. For, again, a total of just 2 points. Compared to 14 for the Ravens. So, boy, they dug themselves a little hole there in that third quarter, and that is not something you want to see. But they got in early foul trouble with Webster and Barlow both on the bench with 3 fouls. They're going to have to, obviously going to have to step it up here in this fourth quarter and try to keep a Anderson team that seems to be getting warmer as the day goes on.
Yeah, they are.
Keep them down.
Warm. We have a conversation by Coach Prevost and one of the officials.
I think they're talking about what they're going to order from Sonic on the way out. Coach Preville's saying, go for the chicken sliders. And the official saying, I kind of like the milkshakes. And
well, the official over here was like, you know what, we're just going to play this game here. You guys can continue the
you want to have
conversation
your
while they play.
conversation about lunch some other time.
I think some ice cream sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it's only 20 degrees outside.
It's never too cold for some Sonic ice cream. Missed by Ashley Black. Didn't quite have an angle there and put it up amongst the trees. That'll get us started here in the fourth quarter.
Hawkins picks up her 8th rebound of the day.
Remember she had 3 in the first half?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
This young lady had a 16 rebound game against Transylvania earlier this season. Oh boy. Good job by Dillinger to save that possession. 7 on the shot clock. Black with the rebound. Or with the defense. Gets it to Kristen DuBois, who hits a three-pointer with 5 to go in that possession. Biggest lead for the Ravens at 12 points. Carried the one and didn't need to. Wilson left side. Couldn't quite hit that one. Got to keep putting it up though.
Yeah, it was a good look, but Rose is just desperate to get something to fall. And unfortunately, it's just not falling for them at the moment.
Jump ball stays here. Desiree Webster is at the scoring table.
Anderson on a 27-6 run over the last 17 minutes.
Well, you know, the good thing is that it's taken them 17 minutes to get 26 points. The bad thing is that in that same time period, Rose has much fewer. Good defense by Wilson. 6 on the shot clock. Double team of Hawkins. Pitch to the corner.
Nice ball movement. Really nice ball movement by the Ravens.
Yeah.
Again, that down low to Hawkins and pops it back out. Nice shot. Yeah, it was a good attempt there. Just couldn't connect.
Hawkins gets a break here. As does Pallet. Or excuse me, as does DuBois. Nola Wilson was not able to play on Thursday. Trying to get her feel back now. Now a nice pass to Rose. Man, I'm telling you, this Barlow to Burnham connection is really paying dividends.
It is. Barlow's got a nice touch there to
she does.
Kind of loft those passes down to Burnham, and Burnham taking advantage of it. See if she can get the old-fashioned three-point play here.
And she does. Rose Burnham, if I'm correct here, has all 4 points of the Engineers' second half, and is now, she has all 5 points, excuse me, of the Engineers' second half, and she's now the first Engineer in double digits, I do believe.
I think you're right, Walt. She's gunning for the player of the game honors for the Engineers.
Nice rebound by Peyton Miller. Engineers still in this thing. Couple stops, couple buckets, and it's a new ball game. There's a bucket.
There you go. Nice job by Barlow.
Great position.
It was, yeah, exactly. She got that position, called for the ball, got it, was able to make an easy 2, bring her up to 9.
Got to close that back door of Dillinger. Got to close too many drives to the back and uninhibited.
Yeah, got to move your feet on defense.
That would have been a great time to pick up your first team foul of the quarter.
Rose has been so well on defense in that second quarter, but this half's been a little different story.
Turnover there by Rose. Had an opportunity to chip into this lead. Can't give Dellinger too much space. That one's going to be short. I think it might have been tipped by Webster.
It might have been. It was tough to tell. Nice defense. But again, Rose-Hulman, can they take advantage of it?
Thought Randolph might have carried the basketball there. Ball on the ground. Got a. What are we going to get? We get a foul or a kick ball? Getting a foul.
We have a foul.
That might have been Holly. I think she got a fell on the player, it looked like, maybe. But Wilson comes out. Up in Anderson, Rose-Hulman men still down. They're down 5, 65-60. So they're hanging in there. Now about 5 minutes to go in that ball game. So let's see if they'll make a comeback, and hopefully we can give you a final score before we sign off here tonight. Peyton Miller left side hits the top of the backboard. Once again, good look.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good look.
Good pass. And Taylor. These up fakes is really making the Engineers bite hard. And that gets them out of position defensively.
It does. And Anderson is very good at obviously doing just that. And putting the pump fake up and then driving to the hole. Getting contact, and this time it ultimately led to a foul.
Taylor misses the first free throw. Every miss right now is a big miss. Every make right now is a big make. Missed a pair. Can the Engineers capitalize? They're down 9. Big possession right here by the Engineers.
It is. They've got to get momentum going here the last 6 minutes less of this fourth quarter.
Spacing wasn't quite what it needs to be there. 10 seconds. Off the back iron, Barlow tips it, going the other way. Ashley Black coming back in for Myra Randolph. And we're getting turnover.
She stepped out of bounds,
okay,
I think.
That's what I was wondering. 5:20 to go. Engineers, this is their third opportunity down the floor to dent this 9-point lead.
Yeah.
Ball tipped away. Barlow gets it back. Pass underneath and a left-hand runner. Good by Ashley Black. Down to a 7-point disadvantage for the Engineers.
Nice movement by Black. A little give and go that worked out.
And a moving screen.
Nice call. I didn't see it. I'll be honest. I was watching away from the ball, but
a timeout on the floor. 47-40. 4:47 to go. We're right back after this.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service, dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
4 years ago, I drove my daughter to Riddell National Bank, where she opened her savings account. Today, she's still saving money. My relationship with Riddell is better than ever, too. No other bank focuses on relationships as much as they do. I can count on them for small business loans when I need them. Riddell National Bank helps small business owners and their families grow, both financially and personally. Riddell National Bank, making friends since 1885.
You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Tomorrow afternoon, we'll have some volleyball right here on our airwaves, as it'll be Transylvania and Rose-Hulman right here at the Holbert Arena. A little volleyball action. Watch that before you, get too deep into the Super Bowl party. Pre-game starts at 2:45 and first serve at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Transylvania's very solid volleyball program.
Yep. Preseason #1 in the conference, down to 5. Somebody's got to put it up. We do, and an air ball. Tough possession there after the timeout.
Yeah, nice shot coming out of the timeout, just not the end result that you want. Again, Rose-Hulman is still in this game. They got to step up the defensive pressure here in the last 4 minutes.
Can't help off Dellinger too much. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Dellinger right side. And we're going to get a hold. I think we do.
Fouls on Barlow, I believe.
Is that number 4?
Yeah. Be the 4th on Barlow.
She's going to have to come out.
Burnham comes in.
Just a shade under 4 minutes to go. Hawkins, right block. Has a position and has the bucket. Boy, she gets position like that. It's that 6'2".
Yeah, she just lowered her shoulder, worked her way down, and nice shot to give her 10 points for the game.
Webster got to the bucket, couldn't hit it.
10 points, 8 rebounds. She almost has a double-double.
Yep. Both sides, screen and roll. Taylor with a wild run, and she goes in. She shot it from her hip.
Yes, she did. Kind of a baby hook shot there from her hip. Knocked it in.
Lead back up to 11 for the Ravens. Engineers need to move a little pace here.
Yeah, they do. They don't need to be desperate, but they've got to be able to move the ball and obviously shoot the ball.
Deep shot clock. That one goes up. Long to be long. And great job on the rebounding there again. Taylor and Hawkins seal off. It's kind of like the picket fence. They close the gate of the picket fence when they rebound.
Again, the 9th rebound by Hawkins. See if she can pick up one more to get a double-double.
Only opportunity you have is to go over their back. That one's short. Burnham lets it go. 2:16 on the clock. Engineers in must-score territory. Barlow, Wilson, Randolph come back in the game to pair up with Webster and Burnham.
Rose-Hulman men are down 4 with almost the exact same time. 2:08 to go in the second half.
Barlow, 17 feet. Got to get a shot up. Randolph. Burnham looks down low and is tipped away. Deep in the shot clock. And ball's stolen away.
Yeah, they've got to be able to get the shot off quicker. They just don't have anybody on the floor at the moment who's confident enough to take that shot.
Randolph tried to fight through that screen. I don't blame her. She's trying to fight through the screen, and it's going to get called for the foul there. You got to go. You got to try to fight through with this opportunity.
Yeah,
you know, you go under, you're gonna give up a shot.
Don't blame her at all there. You're right.
There she is again, going over that screen. Good job. And it calls the turnover. Taylor turned the ball over. She traveled. Myron Randolph, I'm telling you folks, this young lady, she, when her shot comes around, and it will, it's a little cold at this point, but when her shot comes around, she's going to be dangerous on both ends.
Yeah, she is.
Got a hobbled engineer. Webster turned her ankle. Yeah, we're going to get a timeout here. Yeah, the officials saw it. Good job. 1:01 on the clock. She's going to have to come out. She turned her ankle.
She is.
I don't know if she stepped on someone. Rose Burnham was getting ready to pick her up like a baby. Did you see that? She's getting ready to pick her up.
Hey,
she's like...
That's a good teammate there.
It is a good teammate, but...
It's a Union Center for Sports Medicine injury timeout. Let the Wabash Valley sports medicine experts take care of you. The Union Center for Sports Injury Clinic is open Saturday mornings from 9 to 10 a.m. at South 6th Street in downtown Terre Haute. No appointment is necessary. Union Health. Healthier together.
Union Health, healthier together, and hopefully that won't be too bad of an injury. Look, just turned her ankle. Hopefully she'll be okay next game, with some ice, 1 minute straight up. Ball's got to get in the air. Barlow. Somebody shoot the ball, please. Big bucket. Big bucket for Ashley Black leads to a timeout. 30 seconds for Coach Prevost. We'll be right back.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstadter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
4 years ago, I drove my daughter to Riddell National Bank, where she opened her savings account. Today, she's still saving money. My relationship with Riddell is better than ever, too. No other bank focuses on relationships as much as they do. I can count on them for small business loans when I need them. Riddell National Bank helps small business owners and their families grow, both financially and personally. Riddell National Bank, making friends since 1885.
You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
I feel
a big three-pointer by Ashley Black before that timeout, and the Engineers, with 47.1 seconds remain, they are down 8 points. So it's some tough sledding here. They only have 3 team fouls, so they got to commit 2 more fouls before the Ravens get free throws. So I would imagine they're going to foul as fast as they can. Like right now, foul. Like right now, commit the foul. Commit the foul. No, we're not going to foul.
No.
Okay, all right. Deep shot clock, pitch to the left side, 3. And the ball's going to be tipped, and McKinley Taylor is going to get an opportunity for a 3-point play off of an offensive rebound. Boy, oh boy.
That's the way the
tough.
entire second half is gone for the Engineers.
A little surprised they didn't foul. And see if we can get them to miss some free throws to give us, 4 more possessions.
That's 5 on Barlow, so she's fouled out. Finished the game with 9 points, 8 rebounds.
And McKinley finishes that 3-point play. Incidentally, McKinley is a freshman. So we're going to see her several more times in this career. She's going to be a fine player at Anderson. A tip ball by Owens. And that'll end the game. End the game on a block shot. Defense to end this game as the Ravens hold the Engineers to 12 points in the second half. Defense wins the game for the Ravens 54-43. We'll take a quick break here and come back for our post-game show. We'll be right back after these messages on the Indiana Sports Network.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you got some umph, and I got some umph.
I don't know about your umph, but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good umph or a bad umph?
At Union Health, we understand that early detection of breast cancer saves lives. That's why the Clara Fairbanks Center for Women offers the most advanced breast cancer detection available. Tomosynthesis 3D breast imaging. This state-of-the-art technology pinpoints breast cancer at its earliest stages when it's most curable. For you, that means earlier detection. For us, that means being able to give you peace of mind in your health care. To schedule your mammogram, call 812-238-7766. Union Health. Healthier together.
At ServPro, we offer cleaning services, including the removal of biohazard containments. We have the specialized training and products to get your property back to business. We are here to help get your business back to normal. ServPro in the Wabash Valley, here to help.
You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
54-43, your final score here at the Holbert Arena. Anderson gets the sweep of the regular season two-game series against their in-state rival. And Rose-Hulman looked good in the first half, Troy, but tale of two halves with young teams, that's often the case. Just couldn't keep it going in the final 20 minutes.
No, they sure couldn't, obviously, and a big part of that was Anderson and their offense here in that second half. They were able to kind of get it going. We knew that first half was going to be kind of an anomaly for them. And it was. Dellinger ended up with 19 for Anderson. Hawkins had 10 points and 9 rebounds. I think the biggest disparity, it was just in the free throws. Anderson was 10 of 15 from the line, whereas Rose was 6 for 6, but only had 6, obviously, attempts compared to Anderson's 15. So just a tough second half there for the very young and inexperienced Rose-Hulman. You can see in the screen, the top left, Coach Prevost kept the team here on the bench and is talking to them. Obviously, it's a learning experience for them. When you have 6 freshmen and 6 sophomores, you just don't have a whole lot of experience there. And these tight games, they're going to learn from this, and they're going to go to Manchester Thursday night. Manchester, although their record is deceiving, they're 1-11. They've played 12 games, 13 if they're playing today, and Rose-Hulman this is literally just their 3rd game of the year. So, still trying to figure out the combinations as we talked about, and what's going to work best for Coach Prevost. And somebody's going to have to be willing to step up and play a bigger offensive role. I felt defensively they played well, but offensively they've got to be able to find some people that can shoot the ball and get the ball in the bucket.
Well, a 2-point third quarter just really did it, man. You can't have 2 points.
Yeah, and it was 2 free throws. Obviously, that's going to do any team in, no matter who you are. But when you don't have any field goals or any 3-pointers in a quarter, it's tough to overcome.
Well, you do have some more experience coming back. I was told that Kaylin Jester will be good for the Friday game. I was told she would suit up today, but not going to play, which we found out that she did not.
Yeah.
But on Friday, from what I'm told, she's out of the protocol, and she is good to go. And so that's more experience that you have. Coming back, another body for your rotation. Maybe one of the younger players doesn't have to play as many minutes, and so we'll see how that she makes a difference there to have the more of your collective group back. Rose-Hulman, only 12 turnovers, so in that sense, Troy, that's a very positive note.
It was, and it was nice to see Rose Burnham. She was 3 from 8 from the field with 10 points. Black at 8, Barlow at 9, so Webster was 6. So they had 8 out of their 9 players scored. So that was good to see. that balance of scoring. We just got to see some more of those being able to step up and hit the shots there. Again, points in the paint. Rose had a good first half, but they ended up actually tied with Anderson 20-20 as far as points in the paint. But kudos to Anderson. They just played well. They played quick. They came out in that first quarter and then again in that third quarter with a lot more energy, I felt like, than Rose-Hulman. Anderson ended up getting 7 fast break points to Rose-Hulman's 0. Hawkins played well for Anderson, 5 blocks, 4 for Hawkins and 1 for Owens. So compared to 1 for Rose-Hulman. So just overall a tough game for Rose-Hulman, but one you can learn a lot from. And Coach Brevo will make the improvements and move along to go to Manchester.
That'll do it for today's broadcast. Rose-Hulman will drop to 0-3 on this, young season, honestly. And Anderson over 500. They are now 4-3. Our next broadcast tomorrow. One final note to pass along: Rose-Hulman men, they did go down and defeat 79-71. Another high-scoring affair there with Rose-Hulman and Anderson in the men's variety. So they dropped the game. But our next broadcast here on the Indiana Sports Network will be tomorrow, as actually 24 hours from right now, Troy Fears.
That's right.
We'll be beginning our broadcast, our pregame broadcast. Transylvania comes in town, and they will visit Rachel Solari-Delsey's Rose-Hulman volleyball team. And Rose-Hulman hopefully will be able to get a win there, and it'll be a tough test for the Engineers. We want to thank our sponsors for tonight's game: Farm Bureau Insurance with Michael Bonomo, Goshen H&R Block, Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Pizza King, Riddell National Bank, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. We want to thank Jace Harper, Kanan Harper, and Paige Lockmiller for running our cameras today. And want to thank our director and producer, Tony Harper, and we're produced and copyrighted, I should say, by Indiana Sports Network, LLC. For Troy Fears, I'm Walter Gordon saying good night, God bless. Good afternoon, I should say, and God bless. It really is afternoon, folks. We'll see you in 24 hours right here from the Indiana Sports Network.
You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network. This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.